Good afternoon. Welcome to our yoga session. Today it's going to be about relaxing, allowing yourselves to relax. This summer has been pretty warm so far, pretty stressful so far, and we all need to find a way to let ourselves go into the space in our heads or in our houses where we get in touch with something that brings peace and strength. So I find that centering myself is very helpful in most of the situations in this life. So that's how I do it. I try to find a comfortable position, the position that my body can stay in for a while. Like sitting like that is comfortable for me, but it may not be your choice of staying put. So I encourage you right now to find the way for your body to be comfortable. Whether it's just lying down on the floor, sitting on the floor in the way I'm sitting, or cross-legged yoga style. Any of the above will certainly do. So as you are placing yourself in a position that is the most comfortable for you at the moment, let's kind of stare in space, or you may close your eyes. Take a few breaths. You want to make sure that you're breathing evenly. Let's put aside all the worries and concerns, coronavirus, all other issues that we may be dealing with at the moment. And let's listen to the sounds that come through your windows. Acknowledge them, whether they're construction sounds like I'm having here right now, or some birds in the background that I still can hear. So let's just make the best out of this moment. Let it all flow through your mind, through your heart, through your ears, through your brain. But let it not stay there. Let it just pass through on its way into the universe. We are a part of this vast, incredible universe. So let's connect with it on a basic level and not fight it. So today's practice is about relaxing. Let's sit down in a cross-legged position. I understand it may not be comfortable for everyone. So if this is really not working for you, feel free to put something underneath your sit bones. I have this really funky pillow that I could sit on. It elevates the sit bones a little bit, and it makes the knees and the hips less stressed out. Or I have a real yoga pillow, which is really nice and firm. So if you guys have something like that in the house, please feel free to use that. Relax your arms down, relax your knees down. Allow the hips to feel free. Allow the upper body to release. Shoulders, necks. Drop your heads down, chin towards your chest. Take a few breaths there. Notice how the weight of your head is pulling you down, and allow it to happen. Just as far as you want to go. With the next inhale, we're going to bring your head back up. And the following exhale, let's drop your head to the side, ear towards the shoulder. So as you do it, again, try to release both shoulders. Try to feel a little bit on the heavy side with the arms and the knees. So the weight of the head may stretch the neck naturally. If you feel like you can use a little bit of an extra push, just place your heavy arm on top of your head, or on the side of your head, I should say, and bring it down a little bit more towards your shoulder. So the idea is to bring your ear towards your shoulder, not the shoulder to your ear, absolutely not, just the head down. And again, so we're gonna breathe in. And one more time, we're gonna go on the other side. So just drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Make sure the ear and the shoulder kind of sort of align. Release. And then again, if you need an extra push, feel free to do that. Make sure that as you bring in the head down, your opposite shoulder is hanging free. That's also gonna add to the stretch. And breathing back. So as you come back up to sitting tall, and you definitely do want to make an effort to sit tall like that, even though you're relaxing the lower extremities, the torso and the shoulders have to support your skeleton in this perfect posture, as you will, position, where your head is right on top of your spine. You also kind of may want to put your hands on your ears and kind of pull your head upwards, like if it was somebody from behind you gently giving you a little pull. That's gonna make the back of your neck a little bit taller. It's gonna make you feel a little stretched out in the upper back. That's what you kind of want to aim for. And with the next inhale, let's bring both arms up to the ceiling. Let's try to stretch the rib side, the side of your body. So you're gonna plant your hips into the floor. You're gonna press your hips into the floor. Shift your weight a little bit more forward towards the front edge of your sits bones. Reach up through the fingertips without lifting your shoulder up, very important. So try to think of making space between the ribs and the rib cage, and definitely making space between the ribs and the hips. That would help. So both arms up, reaching up with one side and letting it go down. Reaching up with the other side, just the same exact way. Try to feel the stretch in the side of your body as opposed to a pull or some kind of discomfort. And releasing. Now let's do it with both sides. Try to feel it also in the back, like around the middle back, around the spine area, reaching upwards. You may want to just drop your head back and just kind of look up. And as you exhale, we're gonna go into the namaste. So squeeze your hands together, try to bring your shoulders back again. Try to sit up tall, and again, we're gonna try to breathe in and out. Nice and even breath. Breathing in, allowing it to come out. And the next inhale, arms up. As you exhale, send yourself in a forward bend. So it may not be the deepest forward bend ever you experience, but the forward bend is going to be just a lean forward. So the weight of your torso is going to do the stretch. Don't push it beyond, and try to be comfortable in whatever you do. If your legs don't feel good at this point, feel free to switch around. So let's do the forward bend. Exhale. Again, if you're sitting elevated, it's probably a little bit easier to do that. So just choose how high off the ground you want to be so that forward bend feels pleasant. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor. You can just rest your arms on your legs and release the head. That's also going to be a forward bend. Whatever you do, it has to feel good. Has to feel good. So just hang there for a couple of more breaths. And with the next inhale, come up to sitting again. Again, if you did not switch the legs, please feel free to switch them. The one that was inside will be in front of the body. I switched before, so you guys are doing what feels good to you. Arms up again. Now we're gonna bring your hands together. Intertwine the fingers. Push your palms upwards towards the ceiling. Push your shoulders down towards the floor. Try to arch your upper back a little bit so your breastbone comes forward and your shoulders go down and back. It may seem a little counterintuitive. You're pushing up, you're pushing down, but please do it. And as you exhale, expand the arms to the sides again. Now, the next thing I would like you guys to do is you're gonna put your hands back behind you. So if you're sitting elevated, you probably will need to walk your hands a little bit more back. If you're not elevated at all, I'm not gonna be elevated anymore, then it's probably gonna be okay for you to have your hands right behind you. So wherever you placed your hands, make sure that your arms are straight, your shoulders go back, and push down again. So take a few breaths there, allowing your knees to relax, allowing your torso to arch forward. You're gonna bring your breastbone all the way forward. You're gonna arch your upper back, kind of like in this position. So just breathe. Your head may be dropped back or forward, depending on what feels good to you. And after 5-6 breaths, I would like you guys to extend your legs in front of you. Again, if it feels a little tight in the knees and the back of your legs, keep them a little bit bent. We're gonna bring both arms up, and as you exhale, go down into the forward bend. So again, this forward bend is your forward bend. You don't have to go all the way down on your legs, but of course you can if you want to. Now, I would prefer you guys to flex your feet like that. And as you go down, if you can grab onto the big toes in the Yoga Tola, make a hook with the index and the middle finger. Hook your big toes in, and as you exhale, pull yourself down. Try also to send the bone of your leg back towards the back of you as you're kind of pulling your torso forward. It's almost like if you wanted to push your legs back behind you as you're pulling yourself on top of the legs. Feel free to stay there for 5-6 breaths or however long it takes you to sink into that pose. You may start feeling the pulls all over the body, around the upper back, around the hamstrings definitely, maybe even around the calves. The longer you stay there, the more you're going to discover. And the minute it feels like you're losing it or it's not really pleasurable anymore, just get out. And we're going to take a breath in and lie down on the floor. So as you lie down on the floor, let me have you extend both legs in front of you and just bring one leg to you. Right now, we're gonna do something that may look challenging, but it's not gonna be all that bad. I would like you to flex your foot. With your right hand, you're gonna grab onto your right foot. So with this Yoga Tola thing, try again to reach for your big toe. In order for it to happen, you really need to make some space in your shoulder, to make some space in the upper back. Do relax the elbow. And as you exhale next time, you're going to extend the leg up towards you and pull the Yoga Tola thing in towards your body. If you're a little tight in the hamstrings, don't worry about it. That's how yours going to look like. If you reach, that's good. So if you can only straighten that much, it's perfectly fine. The whole idea behind it is to leave your shoulder relaxed. Leave your neck relaxed. The other leg, if you're pretty tight in the hips, the other leg may want to start bending. Let it bend. If you're feeling good and ready to venture, try to flex both feet. Try to push the left leg away from you as you're pulling the right leg to you. Try to flatten your upper back on the floor. Try also to engage your lower abdominals. Try to leave your lower back off the floor, so the curve of your back may be curving again, just like you are when you stand up. Try to make your upper back a little bit wider. And after a couple of breaths again, when you feel like it's enough, it's probably enough. So again, you're bending the knee. And let's actually take this very knee into the spinal twist right now. So you're going to bring that knee over to the other side of you. If your leg feels a little rusty, what I would suggest is have your foot resting on top of the bottom leg, somewhere behind the knee or on the thigh, wherever it goes. So bringing your knee over, releasing your other arm down. Your right leg goes to the left. Your right arm stays down on the floor. And if you can look over to your right shoulder, that would be super duper. And again, just let yourselves be there. So once it feels like it's enough, or it feels like you can go further, make your choices. If you feel like it's enough, your lower back is gonna try to come down to the floor first. Your lower abdominal is gonna push down. You're gonna try to bring that knee back to you and roll yourself onto your backs. If, however, you wanna go a little bit further, that's the way to do it. So you're gonna slide your foot on the floor. You're gonna bring your leg down towards the floor as far as it goes. So if your knee goes down to the floor, it's good. If it doesn't, it's okay as well. It's not about what it looks like, but it is about what it feels like. And right now I'm gonna go on the other side so you guys can see what it looks like on the other side. So I'm moving myself a little bit, scooting over. First thing first, we're gonna bring your knee to your chest, leaving the other leg free on the floor. So as you're doing it, see what's gonna happen if we flex both feet. So this is gonna be flex. Now my left hand is making yoga toa. I'm grabbing the toe. And here it goes. Here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. So try to make the right leg longer. Try to make the left leg coming towards you. Try to make your shoulders wide. Try also to make your spine tall. Just breathing. Again, on this side, same thing applies. If it feels better just to have your knees bent, but the torso wide and tall, go for it. It's much more important for your torso to be comfortable than to try to stretch the legs. So definitely, most definitely check on your necks, check on your left shoulder. Make sure it's just dropped, that there is no tension coming through the shoulder joint or the upper arm other than, just like a bicep action to pull the leg in. And after a while, you're done with that, the knee comes to you again. And then here you go. Bringing your knee over the right side, releasing your shoulder down on the floor. And again, if your knee goes all the way down, that's totally fine. You can have the foot hooked behind the leg or drop it on the floor. Doesn't matter. Either way would be good. So just see where you are today. Letting your leg go, letting your shoulder go. Allowing the weight to go down. Also, just try to figure out how much weight goes through the lower body, through that big muscle of the left leg, and how this weight counterbalances your rib cage and your shoulder going the other direction. If you kind of pull yourself into two different ways, the leg towards the floor and the shoulder down to the floor on the other side, but definitely be gentle. You will be able to experience that duality of that pose, and it's really, really great when it happens. Or if you allow the body just to hang by itself, after a while it will find the way to find it by itself. And that is, in my opinion, the most interesting thing about doing yoga. So after you're done with that, let's actually do something which is gonna make body feel complete, so to speak. Right? I'm very lucky that I have this yoga pillow, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just put it down lengthwise on my mat, and I'm gonna put my spine, my torso down on it, letting my head kind of hang down slightly, but the back of my head, like just the very top of my neck, is going to be supported by the pillow. Definitely my lower back is sinking into this pillow, And my feet, I'm placing them wider than hip width apart. Arms, I'm just gonna let them hang down. Shoulders just drooping because my back is totally supported by this pillow. This pillow is really, really good. It's called the yoga pillow. I highly recommend it. However, if you guys don't have anything like that handy, a couple of firm pillows would do the tricks. If you just squish them together and put them one on top of the other or one next to the other, try to find a way for the body to be relaxed and to trust those pillows. So notice where most of your weight goes and allow that weight to go there. If it feels comfortable with the legs at this point, feel free to bring the soles of your feet together, allowing the knees to go down. That's going to give you a big inner thigh stretch. If the lower back feels comfortable, let the legs go as far as they want to. Take a few moments there. After a while, it may feel just like you want to go to sleep. And feel free to let yourself to take a little nap. Nothing wrong with that. So just observe how balanced our bodies are, how beautiful they are, and how much potential there is in each of us, and how much of it is still unused, untapped. So welcome all those beautiful energies into your life. Welcome the new strength, the new beginnings. And as you're coming out of your resting pose, let's again stay on the most pleasant, safe side as far as how we do that. So you do want to use the core of your body to get yourself off the floor, always, always. You want to bring the ribs together and pull them down. Also, for the legs, if you had them in this kind of position, you want to bring your lower back down into the pillows that you're lying on. Try to bring your pelvis a little bit more forward towards you. Legs come together, not because the leg muscles do it, but because the abdominals pull you upwards like that. And I would probably use my arms, my forearms, to get the head up first. That's going to activate your abdominal muscles. As you exhale, in a controlled motion, just try to get yourself up. And once you come to sitting, take your time to acknowledge yourself sitting up. Take a moment to breathe. Again, notice how your body is feeling. Take a few seconds to listen to the sounds, whatever comes through. Maybe the music from the neighbor's door, the birds, maybe the wind. Enjoy the sounds just because they are. Enjoy the air just because it is. And thank you so much for practicing yoga with me today. Namaste.